Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Chris Wilson from St. Andrew Christian Church, and here to talk about my final sermon in the month of November. We have been in a sermon series entitled Creating Communities of Care. It's been a year in which we've encountered some significant losses of people we've loved. People have had lots of surgeries and health concerns. There's been lots of pastoral care stuff happening throughout the year, and the sermon series has been a way to kind of acknowledge the hard dimensions of the year we've had together as a faith community. And we've been looking at how we create communities of care through hardship. And we've looked at the words of loss and lament and listening. And this final sermon is on the title of longing. And the passage is from 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And there is an image in that particular passage. It's called a treasure in clay jars. It's a passage that Paul uses to talk about the human body and how a clay jar is something delicate and can be broken easy, can be cracked, very much like the human journey can be fraught with hardship and difficulty and brokenness. But at the same time, Paul says there is a treasure in a clay jar. When a clay is being formed and shaped, when it's hard, it can be brittle, but when it's soft, it can be shaped and formed into something new. And the idea of us longing to work through the hard piece of our life, that we might see light at the end of the tunnel and hope as a possibility in the outcome of that. And so this Sunday we'll reflect on this image of a treasure in clay jars and look at the longing dimensions of our life. And the things we long to be, the things we long for in our life, are ways that create possibilities of renewal and restoration and kind of a refreshment within ourselves. We acknowledge the hard stuff, but know that's not the end of the story. There's hope at the end. There's life at the end. There is the possibility of thriving and functioning in new and hopeful ways. We have to recognize that we can be shaped and formed and that we are not alone in that process. And so this final sermon, we'll be looking at that idea of longing as a way of moving into a place of wholeness, of health, and of thriving. So I hope you'll come join us on this final Sunday of the series. I think people have enjoyed the reflections on these themes, and we try to end on a positive note this week in the midst of a series that's maybe had some heavy dimensions to it. So please join us on Sunday and invite someone to come with you and encounter a meaningful time in worship as we gather together this Sunday. Hope to see you then. Thanks so much.